welcome to Board Game Inquisition, where we're here to offer you insight and information about your board games. We're kind of obsessed with collections and collecting, so we create these video reviews in an effort to help you curate the perfect board game collection. So how do you feel about sailing on the open seas? Ever dreamt of becoming a trader and collecting exotic items to deliver them to other places? Well, if you have, here's 5 things I think you should know about Discovery Era of Voyage. Discovery Era of Voyage from Emperor S4 Games is a game for 2 to 4 players, which sets you up as a merchant trading from island to island. The winner is the most successful trader, or indeed the one with the most victory points. Discovery is a pick up and deliver style game, meaning that on your turn you're going to navigate your little ship either clockwise or anti-clockwise around a series of 7 cards which represent islands. Each island is unique and will provide you with different goods or different abilities, and the aim of the game is to figure out the most efficient way to get from island to island and to trade your goods into money and your money into victory points. So similar games to Discovery would have to be something like Istanbul. It's also very reminiscent of Century Eastern Wonders. It's the same idea, you know, where you go to a location with goods, you use those goods to get other goods. It sits itself squarely in that pick up and deliver setting. Setup is short and sweet, and it has a very small footprint on the table. It takes about 30 minutes for 2 of us to play, and the turns are lightning quick, and it always feels like you wish you had more time to play the game. Replayability wise, there's good variation in the variety of cards that build the board, and it's different each time, and of course how they interact will be, you know, different on your setup. Also, there are 2 pirate boats that travel around the map, interfering with your plans, and I think they add to even further replayability value. Aesthetically speaking, the artwork on the cards is gorgeous, and it is on both sides of each card. Now, I'm nitpicking here, but on the back of the card there is a logo and it slightly obscures the art, and I really wish it had just been full art instead so we could all look at it and see how beautiful it was, but here's me being really nitpicky. I do like the choice to have the game set up in a circle. I think it kind of makes it more endearing or homey or something. I don't know, but I definitely think it adds something to the game, the fact that the board is circular like that. So what's so special about Discovery Era of Voyage? I think it has to be how much of a big game it packs into a small space. So how do I really feel about Discovery Era of Voyage? Firstly, the negatives. I have to say, when I played this game, it felt like tons of other games. You know, I could list like 5 games this game really reminded me of while playing it. And I don't necessarily think that is a terrible thing. You know, when a game belongs to a particular genre, it's going to have certain things in common with them. And so, while I think this game is good, I don't think it's the most innovative or original. Okay, so the positives. This game feels like a fully fledged title, and that's using only 7 cards. I found myself repeatedly having to negotiate difficult choices, having to deal with my opponent and keep an eye on what they were doing or how they might influence me. The game constantly challenged me, and I think that's an amazing feat to have done with such a small amount of cards. Not to mention the fact that these set cards are beautiful, they're gorgeous to look at. I love how the whole board is set up, especially the fact it's circular, makes it feel like you're doing like a tour de force around the globe. It's the kind of game that's kind of pleasant to look at and pleasant to engage with. And finally, the great thing about this game is that it's simple, right? You know, this is like any of these games where, you know, you bring this, you change it into this, and you change it into this. And yet somehow it's complex in this. It's not basic. I found myself scratching my head repeatedly trying to figure out what was the most efficient way to get from X to Y to Z. And that changes all the time on the board. The board state's quite fluid. Basically based on your other player and also on those pirate ships, making it a very, very compelling game. So, do I think you should have Discovery Era of Voyage in your collection? Well, if you enjoy pick up and deliver games, or you like trading in the Mediterranean, or you like something that's very pretty and pleasing to look at on the table, but yet offers you complex and interesting decisions, well then I think this is definitely the game for you, and you should probably go check it out. You've been watching Board Game Inquisition. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please think about subscribing, or if you'd like to ask me any questions or if you have any queries to do with Discovery Era Voyage, I'd really like to hear from you. So until next time, I'll be here playing games, asking questions, and of course perusing my collection. Take care.